Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so, like, elasticy?
I stopped eating my Chick-fil-A because why is the chicken pulling like cheese? Did you see it?
What is happening here? Look at this. I can't break it apart. Like it doesn't move.
If you've tried cutting in a fruit that looks ripe but turns out to be rubbery and inedible, you are not alone because most fruit packing companies use 2 secret pesticides that cause this to happen. The first,
there's something seriously wrong with the food in America today. Like, no joke. There is something very, very, very seriously wrong with the food that we are eating today. Because a lady came online to call our Hershey's, the chocolate company Hershey's, for selling fake chocolates. You know, she claims that the chocolate that she bought is not real chocolate. And she's not the only one. There's a lot of food and fruits that is on the market that people are complaining that they are not real food and fruits. So I'm just going to show you a few videos right now.
Guys, I don't think chocolate's supposed to look like this. Why is it so, like, elasticy? I'm gonna bend it. Look at that. It's like slime. This is real chocolate. No, this is fake real chocolate, bro. It's like poop, bruh. This is literally like slime, bro. Look, I'm literally peeling it.
Taking chocolate out of chocolate. They're taking the chocolate out of the chocolate bar and calling it a chocolate bar. Brad Reese's, the Reese's family member, bought a bag of Reese's during Valentine's Day and bit into one of them and had to spit it out because he said it didn't taste like it's supposed to. In the 70 years of his life, it's never tasted like that and he's never had to spit it out. And then he looked at the label and it said that less than 2% of this has chocolate in it, cacao. I would love to tell you that Hershey Company is trying to turn over a new leaf and is trying to turn to alternative forms so that they don't have to lean into the child and forced labor to get their chocolate, but in reality, it's because of profit margins. They need to make more money. The core of a company within capitalism is to extract as much money as humanly possible from the product so they can continue to make record-breaking profits. With volatility of chocolate prices and forced labor and child labor, they decide, I guess, to push for more milk, almond, and oil in their products. And of course, Brad tries to contact someone who works at Hershey and says, hey, what's going on? Why is this like this? This shouldn't be like this. And as expected, they didn't respond directly. The company released multiple public statements saying, we're only experimenting. It's not in all the products. We're just testing some things out. Also, the rest of your family doesn't seem to have a problem with it, so you shouldn't. And like clockwork, because it was a public statement, Mr. Beast saw it and spoke to Brad Reese and said, hey, try our chocolate bars. It's real chocolate. Please, let's do a deal. At this point, with the deregulation of everything because of Trump and everyone trying to get more money out of everything, all of our food is just going to be boiled down to flavored vegetable oil.
I stopped eating my Chick-fil-A because why is the chicken pulling like cheese? Did you see it? See if I can. You see how it's like, it like pulls really far. See, look at this. Hold on. You see how it's pulling like that? I don't know if you can see it, but that made me feel gross. I ain't
Seen
eating
those
it.
videos going around about the rubber bananas and avocados? Well, I think I may have got one. I'm in Texas, by the way. I did an HEB curbside order 2 weeks ago and I asked for 2 ripe avocados that were ready to eat. I got home and unpacked my groceries and they were rock hard. I figured, okay, these people just can't read, right? They're just not ripe. So I put them on my counter 2 weeks ago. This avocado should be moldy by now. What the F, HEB? It just took me literally 30 seconds to cut it apart. It is so hard. The other side of the shell came off. Have you ever seen that happen? Let me show you what it feels like. Well, not that you can feel it, but look at this. I am pushing so hard. Like so hard that it's turning my finger white. And it's not even denting. Like, let me try to cut it with my fingernail. Look at that. What in the actual... What is going on here? This is a tag on it, avocado from Mexico. Do these numbers mean something? Like, I just don't understand. There's a close-up of it. What is happening here? Look at this. I can't break it apart. Like, it doesn't move. Guys, what the hell is this? This is not food. This is 100% not food. Look at this. This is rubber, guys. This is not food. Bought this avocado 2 days ago from the same store. Let's try it. Okay, normal avocado, right? Look, squishy. Let me stick my finger in it. That's an avocado. What in the fark is this? At this point, question everything.
Someone out there fucking them around on TikTok and this guy starts exposing bread. Like bread. Like this. Check this shit out. I know you fucking lying. Y'all, am I fucking tripping? Or is bread not supposed to do that? I crushed the bread and look at this shit. The snack that smiles back, goldfish. Y'all, why that bread bouncing back like that? Last time I checked, bread is the most fragile grocery, a part of the grocery list. What the fuck is this?
There's something seriously wrong with our food, our health, and the people who are supposed to be protecting us. And no, this didn't just happen. This isn't about genetics. This isn't about coincidences. And it sure as hell isn't just about personal responsibility. For decades, the American people have been told, trust the experts, trust the regulators. Nothing's changed. Meanwhile, chronic illnesses have exploded, autoimmune diseases have exploded, and food intolerances have exploded. Now, either everyone suddenly broke at the same time, or the system did. Glyphosate, sprayed on crops right before harvest, wasn't about health or safety. It's about speed and profit. And no, this wasn't always done. Celiac disease and gluten intolerance didn't randomly skyrocket out of thin air. It started only after chemical agriculture ramped up in 2006, not before it. But here's where a lot of people miss the point. Glyphosate is just one small part of a much bigger broken system. Our food is now chemically treated, stripped of natural nutrients, rebuilt with synthetic additives, and cooked in industrial seed oils that didn't exist in human history. So our food is not the food that was eaten by humans for thousands of years. It's now an industrial product. And let's talk about something that should enrage everyone here. Not every country allows this crap. Like the UK, large parts of Europe, several countries in Asia, they either restrict or outright ban these chemicals, additives, and processes that are completely legal here in America. Why is that? Well, because they apply the precautionary principle. If it might harm people, prove it's safe first. Well, here in America, they apply the profit principle. If it makes money, deal with the consequences later. And this is not just a problem with the FDA. This is our entire government apparatus. This is the same revolving door where corporations fund regulators, regulators approve corporate products, and then politicians tell you to trust the science. It's not oversight, it's corporate takeover. When you spend decades chemically altering food, ultra-processing it, stripping it of fiber and nutrients, you don't get a healthy population. You get chronic inflammation, metabolic diseases, immune dysfunction, and a lifelong dependency on the medical system. And then they wonder why everyone's sick.
Do you ever think like, good God, I'm trying so hard to lose weight and I'm doing everything right, but it's so hard to make those good choices. I feel like there's something in the food. Let me tell you why I believe that. I came to America about 30 years ago. I was really thin. My whole family was thin. We were eating the same foods at home. We were not going out to eat at McDonald's. We were making everything at home. And we massively started gaining weight on the same food we would have been eating back home. Now, we were less educated than we are now, so we didn't know what was going on and we didn't know what to look for. Fast forward to today, and this has happened with 3 families I have helped come over from either Russia or Ukraine. Right now, I'm helping one family from Russia, and there's like 6 of them, and they are all of a healthy weight. Yesterday, I talked to them, and they're like, Lena, we're gaining weight. Like, we're all gaining weight. And like the mom, she's thin, right? And she's like, we don't know what's going on. So they started like looking at the food. For example, they noticed there's a lot of sugar in the milk. And compared to what they're used to back home, I'm not even talking about added sugar. I mean, it says that it's not added sugar, but compared to the kind of milk they were eating, tons of sugar. So they've completely cut out the sugar. She's trying to walk like 15,000 steps. She said, I wasn't really walking that much over there, but like now here I'm feeling like I have to keep moving my body in order to maintain my weight. There is something in the food. There are added things. There are things that change the way we feel hunger. I don't know what that is. I'm not a scientist, but just by basic example of seeing these people coming to America, always having been thin, and now all of a sudden being like, what the actual F is happening?
Try cutting in a fruit that looks ripe but turns out to be rubbery and inedible. You are not alone because most fruit packing companies use 2 secret pesticides that cause this to happen. The first is a synthetic organophosphate pesticide ethifon, which is produced by Bayer Crop Sciences subsidiary Rhone Poulenc. Fruit packing and distributing companies across the world pick fruit early and then treat it with ethifon to speed its ripening process. Ethifon can decrease the sensory and taste characteristics of fruit as well as slightly changing the vitamin and nutrient content. The second pesticide is 1-methylcyclopropene known as 1-MCP, which is a synthetic ethylene inhibitor. The compound is used as the active ingredient in powders that are combined with water to release 1-MCP gas and treat apples, melons, tomatoes, pears, avocados, mangoes, papayas, kiwis, plums, apricots, and persimmons. 1-MCP binds to the ethylene receptors on the inside and outside of fruit and inhibits ethylene action, thus slowing their ripening. 1-MCP can be used to extend the shelf life of fruit for a year without consumers being informed. If you want to avoid these pesticides, buy directly from local farms and plant your own heirloom seeds. And for fruit that you can't find locally, buy organic and in season since these pesticides are not permitted.
Our food is being poisoned just for companies' greed, for their own greed and for their own enrichment, so that they can get rich and make money off of us, and at the same time we get sick and then we go and buy their medication. Because you can't tell me that you are selling this plastic watermelons and all this fake food for us to digest and expect us to feel our best. So we eat this food and we get sick and then we go out and buy the medication. So it's just whole circle of like just getting the poor sicker, and then the rich are making money from the poor just getting sick. You know what I mean? Most of this thing that we eat have been heavily sprayed with pesticides and coated with wasps. Just a lot of things that we don't need to digest. A lot of the fruits that looks very shiny, fruit, vegetables that you see on the supermarket that looks really, really shiny, has like some kind of food coating wax on there. You know what I mean? Like, why are you putting wax on the food? Just let the food be food. But kids having so much allergies, allergy to this, allergic to that, allergy to that. There's so much allergies, there's so much asthma, there is so many diagnosis of cancer in this country. Is crazy. The obesity rate is ridiculous. All these diseases that are emerging are all coming from the food, allegedly coming from the food that we are eating, because the food are being sprayed heavily with stuff that humans are not meant to digest, and the nutrients of a lot of the food that we eat, and whether it's cereal or canned food or whatever, like a lot of the food that we eat, the nutrients has been stripped away from over processed. You know what I mean? Over processed cereals have a lot of sugar in it. It's like, even the ones that have their heart thing on it that say heart healthy or whatever, a whole bunch of crap. It's all sugar. Macaroni and cheese that is in the box is not real cheese. The macaroni is so over processed. There's no nutrient in it. The food is not good for us. The food is not good. It's messing up our gut. It's messing up our health. It's messing up our growth. There's so many things wrong with our food today. It's so scary to eat. But anyways, just stay safe, and at least, if you have the money, just try to get a bit of some organic item and avoid all this over processed junk, and just please stop drinking soda. Whatever it is that you do, just stop drinking soda. I used to be addicted to Coca-Cola, but I stopped. Anyways, let me know what you think about this down in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in my next video.